Hi guys, I'm Ashish and you are watching me on Medical Acme India, and today we are here to actually know about the Mastigophora. We have studied that protozoans are classified into four classes based on the locomotory organ. So we are today going to study about the Mastigophora. We have studied Celiophora and Sarcodina and Sporozoa, but now the last thing is Mastigophora. In Mastigophora, what happens? Mastig means actually flagellum, and phora means animals. So, group of animals in which you are going to see flagellum, group of unicellular organism in which flagellum is found, and they are actually the protozoans. So, these are called the Mastigophora, belonging to the Mastigophora. So, what happened? In earlier days, there were many kind of diseases which were spreading. So there were two diseases which were very abundant in the Africa actually. So leishmaniasis and trypanosomiasis. Actually Kala-Jar and sleeping sickness. These were the two diseases which were found to be spread through the flagellate animals. These flagellate animals were actually the zooflagellates. Zooflagellates means the precursor of animals which were flagellated. Zoo means animals, flagellated means animals which are flagellated. So belonging to the zooflagellates, trypanosoma and the leishmaniasis, trypanosomiasis and leishmaniasis, two diseases were found to be caused by the protozoans which are actually the Mastigophora. So Mastigophora discovery came into existence. So what happened? These all the types of Mastigophora are not kind of, you can say, parasites, but there are many other organisms in the group which are not parasitic, and they are living in symbiosis and any other kind of relationship with the organism. But they are actually what? They are actually the organism which are of, like, you can say, of very abrupt sizes. But they are very much larger than bacteria and all. These are unicellular organisms, as you all know, because we are discussing Protista. So these are eukaryotic unicellular organisms, and the size varies from 10 to 40 micrometer of these organisms, Mastigophora. So let's discuss the most important and the organism which are very diverse in the Mastigophora, that is Trypanosoma. But leishmaniasis I am not going to discuss in detail. You have to know about the leishmaniasis structure actually, and the disease, and which is the carrier and vector. So guys, leishmaniasis is also called Kala-Jar. It was called Dum fever. Very much abundant. Dum fever or leishmaniasis. So it was caused by leishmania. Leishmania is a genus. Okay, leishmaniasis called the Dum fever, and the vector here is what? Sandfly. Very important. Please note this. Sandfly or genus Phlebotomus. So guys, these are the organisms, sandfly, and the genus of the Phlebotomus, which causes the leishmaniasis. So now come to the trypanosomiasis. Actually, we are going in detailed study about the trypanosoma. So let's start the trypanosoma. So guys, trypanosoma very much important for the point of view of exam. Trypanosoma is very much important for exam, and we are going to study the life cycle, what are the actually stages and polymorphic nature of the trypanosoma, and what are the diseases, what are the species which causes this disease. This becomes very important. You have heard about the Nagana disease, Sura disease. These are actually caused by the leishmaniasis, trypanosoma, besides the trypanosomiasis, that is sleeping sickness. So guys, trypanosoma was first described by Ford in 1901, and it was found that in South Africa, many of the patients were suffering from the lethargy-like condition. What were lethargy-like condition? So lethargy and sleeping, or you can say fatigue-like condition is found, and sleeping condition, bad sleeping, you can say The bad sleeping condition and lethargy with fatigue were found in the organism which were suffering from the trypanosomiasis or sleeping sickness. So guys, then the discovery of sleeping sickness came into existence. And then the trypanosoma actually were discovered. So trypanosoma are a group of organisms which are actually causing not only the sleeping sickness but also there are many diseases which are related to the organism trypanosoma. You will see in the lecture. There are many species which are found to be causing the trypanosomiasis. But the thing is, many of the other organisms in the trypanosoma, like species in the trypanosoma, are related to the disease, not like the sleeping sickness, but the Chaga disease, you can say, Surra disease, Nagana disease. Every disease has the important. I will give you the trick how to remember these diseases. Actually, these are very important for the examination point of view, and these are actually asked in the CSIR, ICMR, NEET में तो बहुत सारे questions they ask. So guys, please stay tuned. I'm going to now draw the structure of the. Actually, this is a rough structure of the trypanosoma gambiense. Actually, gambiense is the most abundance. You can see gambiensis. Trypanosoma gambiensis is very important, and it is the sole member which constitute the very large proportion of the animal. So Trypanosoma gambiensis, if you see the structure of the organism, you will find that there is a nucleus. I'm going to just highlight the important structures, not going to draw all the things like ribosomes, all the things, not I'm going to draw, but the things which are important. So the body is divided into, again, ectoplasm and endoplasm. So cytosol may endoplasm and ectoplasm. Again, pellicle is going to form the body surface. As it is a mastigophora class, so there will be a flagellum. So guys, what happens now? The flagellum is attached with a microtubule-like structure which is called the blepharoplast or blepharoplast, or you can say the basal body. And hair cells has the basal body. So these organisms also has the basal body, that is the blepharoplast, from which the flagellum is now going to come out. So guys, what happens? These organisms has a kind of two types of flagellum. Actually, two forms of flagellum. The single flagellum, but of two forms. What happens? Here you can see that this is attached. This is attached to the pellicle. So these are called the attached flagellum. And this one you can see from here, from the anterior point. These are what? They are going to now become free. So these are called the free flagellum. Free flagellum and attached flagellum are two forms of flagellum in a single flagellum only. And these are found to be attached from the pellicle. So the thin membrane-like structure protrude from the pellicle and then going to support the flagellum for the movement point of view. So what happens? These are called the undulating membrane. Undulating means supporting membrane. Okay. So these are the supporting membrane where this actually supports the flagellum. And the most important part of here is the kinetoplast. You are going to see the kinetoplast. Kinetoplast is the aggregate of mitochondrial DNA. So guys, mitochondrial DNA makes aggregate in the form of kinetoplast. So guys, these four structures are very important: kinetoplast, blepharoplast, pellicle, undulating membrane. These four are the very much important thing which you are going to highlight in the organism, that is the trypanosoma. And trypanosoma, this form is known as the metacyclic free form. Metacyclic form or trypanosomoid form. Trypanosomoid form. These are the free form, you can say. These are the free metacyclic form. So let's discuss about in detail what are the actually the stages in the organism, what is the vector. So if we talk about the vector or carrier, so this organism actually has two hosts. So it is digenetic. We have discussed digenetic, monogenetic very much in the previous classes. So digenetic, and it has the primary host, that is man. And man say not only man but woman also. Actually, in what happened in biology, human beings are called man. So man, this doesn't have any significance. So secondary host, or you can say intermediate host. This was a definite host, and this is the intermediate host. Intermediate host was CC fly. CC fly. CC fly is a insect. Is an insect. Insect or bug, you can say. Insects are also called the bug if they are creeping on the like for legs. So insects are actually, these are the bugs, and this has a scientific name, very important scientific name. You must have to, like, you can say, remember. Glossina. Direct question in any kind of exam, in ICMR, CSIR, NEET also. Direct questions are asked. Which is the, like, which is the vector for the trypanosoma or sleeping sickness? So Glossina palpalis. Glossina palpalis, CC fly, is the vector for the disease. So guys, let's discuss the life cycle and stages of the disease. And as you all know, the organism varies from 10 to 40 micrometer. 40 micrometer means 400 millimeter, you can say. So you can see that these organs are very much like kind of larger in diameter and very much important also, because this is studied very easily because they are like just seen in the light microscope. So you can see, and the structure in the light microscope so becomes very important. So guys, let's discuss some of the stages and species of the organism. You have known about the symptoms. Symptoms are actually lethargy, fatigue and sleeping-like characteristics in the patients. So guys, let's discuss the stages. Stages actually have the stages are actually having two kind of classification. First one is the amastigot. In the early stages, what happened? The amastigot means no flagellum. Mastigot. Then promastigot. Promastigot means there is a flagellum, but the flagellum is not so advanced. You can say in the free form only. And this emerges from, you can say, this is the organism. You can say this emerges from here, but it does not have a kind of flagellum. This is round shaped only. But again, what happens in epimastigot? In epimastigot, the flagellum is just going from here, but they do not have the attachment with the panicle. Then the trypomastigot. So guys, trypomastigot actually has a membrane which has undulating membrane, and here you will say free and attached form of flagellum is found. So these are actually the modern classification. This is the modern nomenclature for the stages. But earlier it was found that it is actually of 4 forms. The leishmanial, it has this kind of an amastigot which has intracellular flagellum and nucleus. So leishmanial actually is round. Okay. Then comes the leptomonad. So guys, what happened in leptomonad? You can see the organism is a kind of having, not like this, but you can see this type of pod-like structure. You can see the pod-like structure is found in the leptomonad. But again, Crethidien, the third one, Crethidien was found. This actually resembles this. This actually resembles this. Crethinoid are short, stumpy, again flagellated from here, and this was flagellated from here. This was flagellated from here. Short stumpy structure or stage. Again, now the fourth one comes, which is actually the main important, and it is why important because it actually is the infective stage, which actually is sucked down by the tsetse fly and then injected in the body. So trypanosomoid forms are very much adult form, you can say, metacyclic free living form. Undulating membrane is seen, free flagellum is seen, nucleus and everything you can draw. So these actually are the basic things you can remember. This trypanosomoid is actually a structure which was given, just you say that this is round, this is curved, this is rectangular. So trypanosomoid is a kind of structure, and it was actually given by the Ford that it has a structure like this. So these are trypanosomoid structure. So a specific structure this is. So guys, these were the stages of the organism. This will be very clear when you see the life cycle of the organism. Now discuss about the prevention. How can you prevent these diseases? So these diseases are very much kind of thing which actually lead to the death in six months within the infection. So 6 months they are going to die. So Gamaxine is a spray which kills the bugs. So Gamaxine can be used for the prevention point of view. Treatment occurs with very many steroids and which actually kills the protozoa. So guys, species, when we talk of species, there are many species Trypanosoma has. So species में Trypanosoma gambiense is widely and abundant. Trypanosoma gambiense was found in the Central West Africa. Very important guys, very important. Again I am saying Central West Africa, actually the region where Nigeria and Congo is seen. Okay guys, and then Trypanosoma rhodensis. Rhodensis name given by the East African country Rhodesia. East Africa में Eastern Central Africa you can say. It is abundance in Eastern Central Africa, and the Rhodesia is the main country where it emerged from. So the third one is Trypanosoma cruzi. Actually this is in order of, you can say, abundance. Most abundance, least abundance here. Trypanosoma cruzi. Then Trypanosoma, just know about the disease they are causing actually. So Trypanosoma brucei and Trypanosoma evansi. So guys, these are the organisms, these are the species actually from the genus Trypanosoma which are abundant. So guys, these are actually found in many parts of South America and all. This is found in the South America. This is also found somewhere, but no idea. So these are very many. These are the main three species which you have to learn about. And so guys, अब we will talk about this was a geographical region where they are found. But vectors become very important for the organism to know. So Gambiense के लिए the main important vector is Glossina palpalis. Okay guys. So guys, Glossina palpalis. But for this kind of rhodesians, the main important is morsitans. Glossina morsitans. Glossina morsitans are very important for the Trypanosoma rhodensis infection. For Trypanosoma cruzi, Triatoma. Triatoma is another genus, not the same genus that the Glossina was. So Triatoma are associated with the Trypanosoma cruzi. Not much to know about this, but the main thing is you have to know about the disease they are spreading. So they are actually spreading African sleeping sickness, or you can say African trypanosomiasis. Trypanosomiasis means sleeping sickness. and nothing else. Rhodesian trypanosomiasis it causes. So guys, it causes trypanosomiasis, Rhodesian trypanosomiasis. Trypanosoma cruzi, I'll give you the very much important trick here. Very actually, you can easily remember it actually. So guys, the trick is Chacha Chaudhary. Write down. Chacha Chaudhary and Badrinath going school एक साथ. Chacha Chaudhary and Badrinath going school एक साथ. Chacha Chaudhary means C for cruzi, C for Chaga disease. So write down here. Actually, I have also remembered like from this trick only. So Chaga disease. अब ब्रूसी में बद्रीनाथ एन से नगाना डिजीज. GS Gambiansi and sleeping sickness. ES Evansi and Suda disease. Very easy. You can remember it now. So guys, this was all about the species and the disease it causes actually. So let's move toward the reproduction. So guys, reproduction in these organisms are only through binary fission and nothing much. The kinetoplast and nucleus takes part in the reproduction, and सिर्फ asexual reproduction, very important, please note that only asexual reproduction is found in the organism. Flagella is the locomotory organ, and the same way the Entamoeba histolytica and like you can say Paramecium engulfs, it also engulfs the food. So let's come to the life cycle. So guys, life cycle becomes very important to know of any disease. So here I am going to draw a schematic in very simple form, you can say, and let's start with the CC bite. CC bite. Okay. So this is the skin. CC bite has bitten. This is CC fly. This is skin. If you are drawing any kind of, you can say, life cycle, then start with the bite. Then it will be very difficult, very important, very simple for you to actually draw. So CC fly may, now you know that the what? Trypomastigot form of polymorphic nature of trypanosoma as discussed. So trypomastigot form are actually injected in the body of the organism and basically in the blood. So the important thing here is it has actually extracellular parasitic nature. So guys, it has extracellular parasitic nature, nothing much. So guys, extracellular again comes under the endoparasitic nature, but not intracellular. I have discussed this in the previous class. So if you have not watched that lecture, please watch as soon as possible. So endoparasitic means they are extracellular, matlab they are not going to infect RBC, not going to rupture RBC, but they will create the pathogenesis where? In the blood only. So blood say they will be transmitted into, suppose blood में they can trypanomastigot is actually metacyclic stage, which is free living and adult form. Free living, not you can say free living, but the free form actually you can say. Free form means not kind of any dependence. They have the own kind of machinery going on. So in blood they are injected. From blood they travel in the many body fluids. Body fluids very important, guys. You know, from body fluids it goes like in the lymph and CSF. CSF you can say in the spinal cord, in brain they goes. So what's actually the area in the spinal cord they go. So the testing or diagnosis you can say of the disease can be occurred by the lumbar puncture or spinal tap, you can say lumbar puncture spinal tap, from where the CSF is just blown out and then tested. So guys, LIMP and CSF may and everywhere they used to multiply. Multiply by, again, I have said binary fission and nothing else. So binary fission occurs and multiplication occur of the trypanomastigote form. Sorry, trypomastigote form. So guys, please emphasis here. Sometimes I am also getting confused from trypanomastigote or trypomastigote. So this is trypomastigote only. I have not written the like kind of wrong thing. But I am very weak in like spelling. Sometimes while I am explaining the things, I used to make mistakes in the spelling. So this is not spelling mistake, but this is the same thing. So I used to avoid the mistakes. Let's see what happens in the next lecture and the upcoming lectures. So guys, from blood they go into the body fluids and then the multiplication have done from the binary fission. So binary fission is a kind of asexual reproduction, and I have shown that the asexual reproduction is the only sole reproduction found in the, and the binary fission is the one among them. This is only C. So from here, now it again come to blood, where the infection is seen, or you can say the symptoms are seen. Again, I have one suggestion, guys. If you are drawing a life cycle, please draw the structure. Then it will give the like kind of positive impact on the examiner. So you should draw these diagrams. Suppose I know diagrams, you will see this is rubbish to draw, but the diagrams are very important in zoology, subjective exams like mains if you are writing of UPSC, and if you are writing the curriculum professional exam. So this becomes very important. Please draw organism, very important. So now comes again from the blood, CC fly again bites. CC fly again bites. CC fly again bites. And from this, now again it goes to the CC fly body. In CC fly body, it goes in the midgut area. Midgut area. So guys, infective form is trypomastigote. Here also infective form is trypomastigote. So no need to remember two things, as in the case of like you can say the Entamoeba histolytica, where the two things were there, but here the only one trypanomastigote is enough to know. Both they do the pathogenesis, they do the infection, both. So midgut में they again going to transform themselves into, again here just draw the diagram of trypanomastigote. Midgut में they again now going to transform in the procyclic, or you can say promastigote form. Promastigote form. So guys, here differentiation of the trypanosoma occurs and promastigote forms now comes into existence. Now just draw the diagram from that that I have taught. From there you can draw the diagram. Then promastigote forms now finally is going to give the epimastigote form. Here also the transformation occurs and epimastigote forms are found. You can draw again epimastigote form. Okay guys. Then epimastigote forms now goes to the salivary gland. Salivary gland of the Glossina palpalis or any of the vector which infects. So salivary gland may actually, this is the life cycle for Trypanosoma gambiense. Please remember, for the sleeping sickness. So this is for sleeping sickness. For every disease they have their own life cycle. So in salivary gland they again are going to multiply by binary fission. Multiply by binary fission. It also acts as reservoir. Then again it will bite, and then the complete life cycle occurs. So binary fission is going on, and it also acts as reservoir for the trypanomastigote. So trypomastigote. So here what happens? The trypomastigotes are formed. So guys, if you will look here, you will find that the most of the parts are completed in the CC fly. Most of the parts are completed in CC fly. So there is a dilemma that CC fly is the primary host or the men are the primary host. So it becomes a very much kind of dilemma thing among the scientists. Some prefers to say CC fly as the primary host or definitive host, and some says the man is the definitive host. But you can write the man as the definitive host because in many of the like research, the man was supposed to be definitive host because in any condition, in any of the kind of conditions, I mean the case or infection or disease in the organism in which the disease is seen, then they are said to be the actually primary host. So this is all about the lecture of Trypanosoma. I hope you have enjoyed the video. Please draw the life cycle kind of diagrams and this kind of rectangular text box. It becomes very important. They'll enhance your performance in the exam. So guys, आज के लिए इतना ही. Thank you so much.